G'day everyone, Jaimunji here, and just a quick little update for you because 2024 was such a big year for this channel. I had to sit down and do some reflecting on what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do going forward in 2025. Now, if you've been watching the channel since the beginning, and I know some of you have, and I see it in the comments, and I love you guys for it, and I'm glad you guys are still around to stick this fun little journey out with me. Never in a million years did I think I was going to get 1,000 subscribers, let alone I think the 6.5 we're at now. And that's all because of you guys. It's awesome. I love you. You allow me to do stuff I never thought I'd be able to do. This channel all started with me just wanting to share my love for music with people out there because during lockdown, I got lonely. Don't get me wrong, I have my wife here and my wife is amazing, but I'm sure she got sick of me just talking about music all the time. So that's how the Jaimunji channel started. And if you're wondering how I got that nickname, it's just my gamer tag. So if you go on PS5 and search for Jaimunji, that's this fella. And if you do and you want to add me as a friend, you want to play some Helldivers or something, go for it as well. Anyway, let's get back on track. 2024 was a big year. Never did I think I'd be interviewing bands. Especially did I ever think I'd be interviewing bands at music festivals. That was crazy, and I appreciated the opportunity I got with Metalroos, but if you haven't been able to tell, no longer associated with Metalroos anymore. That's a bit of a messy story. I won't go into it. I hope they're doing well. I know Dave, who's doing a lot of interviews from now, he was doing them when I was there as well, is killing it. Glad they're doing their own thing, but I think our music tastes didn't quite align. We all liked metal. They were a bit more like, they like the old school thrash and death, and you know, if you watch my channel you kind of know what I like. So going our separate ways was always going to happen. We just grew apart, and that's great. I'm great. They're still doing well. I'm doing Metal on Tap now. That's my website that is linked to the Jaimunji channel, so that's why you see logos. I'm not working for anyone else anymore, doing it myself. And I shouldn't say I'm doing it myself. I have a small team of people help me out, and they're the most wonderful people in the world, and thank you guys for helping me. I'm sure I'll introduce them all to you, and you've seen some of them in these videos. Big Drew helps me out a lot. He's also behind the camera when we do all the filming at the festivals. But moving on to 2025, I did have a sit-down moment going, do I want to keep doing what I'm doing and just turn it up, or do I want to add some more into the mix? And I thought about it for a while, and I thought, you know what? Let's turn it up a little bit. I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing, so reactions are still going to happen. In fact, they're going to happen more often. That is my goal for 2025. I will be changing this space. I am moving soon to my own house. I'll have my own room to set up and record everything in. That means the Twitch stream will probably come back. I don't know when, but that will probably come back. The big reason it hasn't come back is because in this limited space, me being loud talking to you guys at midnight on Twitch was keeping my wife up, and I don't want to do that to her. It's not fair. That's why Twitch stopped, but that will be coming back. Music from me, which I have been wanting to do for years. I've had songs sitting on my computer, about 8 to 10 of them, for a couple of years now, ready to go. Unfortunately, I live in a unit. Anytime I try to do my metal warm-up vocals or practice my screaming or my singing, you can hear him kind of stomping around and making noise, or he instantly opens up his door and starts brushing, and that gets picked up in the mic. I feel embarrassed, so I stopped doing it. But once I move, I'll be in a house, I'll be isolated, I'll be able to practice, and music will come out. I don't know if I'll get the EP or the album out next year. I will definitely have songs out though. The goal is to at least have an EP out by the time I go to Wacken. Yes, I'm going back to Wacken. I've kind of said it in a few videos now, but I am going hard on that, and that's going to lead to new video content. I want to do things because I've been to a lot of festivals now. I've only been to one Wacken, but I've been to a lot of festivals, and there's some things I wish I knew before going to said festivals. So I'm going to be doing guides, like top 10 things to do when going to a festival. Here's something you should do, like local gig guides in Sydney. Here's the venues you want to go to, stuff like that. So stuff like that will be coming. Tier lists will be returning. Tier lists are some of my favorite videos to do because I don't pre-plan them out. I sit there with the tier maker of all the albums and I make my decision live. That is not pre-thought out at well. The only problem is those videos take forever to edit. So that's why they haven't been popping up in a long time, but I will be back doing those. I want to get at least 2 out a month. Fingers crossed. That's starting in January, not starting now in December. But I'm extremely excited, guys. Look, I am really excited, and I want to know what you guys want to see. I know you guys watch other reactors and you watch other content creators on YouTube. What do you guys want to see? What do you think that you'd like? Oh, I'd like to see Jai's opinion on that, or Jaimunji. I'd like to see him do that, or him do this, because I want to grow. I don't want to just, well, originally it was just reactions, a couple of tier lists sprinkled in. Now we've got the interviews on top. I want to keep it going. I don't know if we can do games. When Twitch comes back in, that's going to open up a whole new world. But I'm not going anywhere. In fact, my goal this year, I've got some goals. Now, you guys can hold me to this. Some are personal, some are Jaimunji related. Let's start with the Jaimunji related. We're at 6,500 now. I know it's a huge stretch. I know it's a huge stretch, but if I can get to 10,000 by this time next year, I will be a very, very happy man. It's just that the subscriber goal is not the biggest thing in the world. It never really meant a lot to me, but I know with the record labels and the websites giving me interviews and everything, the bigger that number is, the more they want to give stuff to old Jaimunji here to promote. So I am focusing on that for a change. I've never really focused on subscribers before, but I will be focusing on trying to grow that a little bit. If I fall short of that goal, that's awesome. If I only get 500 subscribers next year, that's awesome as well. But I've got to set a goal, because if I don't set goals, I won't do things. And that leads me to another one. Doing the tier list. I want to do that. Doing the Wacken. I mentioned it in the Dogma video. I am returning the Wacken series of last time I went to Wacken. I did a reaction like once a week of bands I thought looked interesting, or bands you suggested I would like. Did a reaction, upload them. That's how I discovered Psychcore, for example. That's how I discovered All for Metal. Like, there were so many bands I discovered and I love. Absolutely love now. So I'm hoping that happens again. I've already got the first video up. I want to get 1 or 2 of them out a week, because Wacken is at the end of July. There are a lot of bands playing Wacken, so that means there's a lot of reaction videos to do. So if you see a band that is playing Wacken and you've always wanted me to do a reaction to it, leave it in the comments below and we'll get to that one sooner rather than later. Personal goal, I want to continue losing weight. This last year, although I haven't weighed myself over Christmas on purpose, because I think that's gone back up a little bit, but I've lost about 16, 17 kilos, which for you Americans is about, I don't know, 40 pounds. I don't know. It was a lot of weight. Like, it was a big shift in weight. I lost a lot of weight. It took me a while to realize. I actually went back and watched a video before I started my weight loss, and then after I started, like now, and I'm like, oh, I have lost weight. You can tell it in my face. I'm happy about it. I want to lose maybe another 12. Get down to the low 90 kilo range. I'm about 103 at the moment. I was 118, 119 at the beginning of the year. So yeah, a lot of weight loss. So I want to continue that, you know, get nice and healthy, grow this luscious beard out, see how much more weight I can lose off this enormous head of mine. But yeah, it's just, I want to be excited. I want music to come out from me and my brother. My brother, if he's watching this, is going to be happy. He has been drilling me, because these songs are sitting there and they're awesome. They're not all the same genre, I won't admit. There's some metalcore stuff, bit of folk metal in there in some instances. It's very much melodic death metal at the end of the day, though. So if you're thinking of bands like Scar Symmetry or Dark Tranquility, In Flames, it's got that kind of flavor to it, but different, because my brother's a massive Gojira fan and he cannot take the Gojira elements out of his music. So if you like any of that type of thing and you're interested to see what I would sound like doing it, that will be coming soon than later. Like I said, I think I move in March. Fingers crossed I move in March. Building the house. I'm not just moving to a house. This is a house we've been building for 2 years now. Over 2 years now we signed that contract, and it's almost done. So I'll have my own space, so I can create a lot more content, and it means I'll have a backyard so I can start barbecuing again. Man, I haven't barbecued in like 5 years. As a white dude in his mid-30s, not being able to barbecue has killed me. So I need to get back to that. But like I said, the channel is going balls to the wall in 2025. This video is going to come out, well, I was going to save it for New Year's Day, but I'm going to release it as soon as I finish filming it right now, because why not? Got some interviews coming out. I got Alien Ant Farm on the way. I spoke with Dominic from Psychcore again. That was fantastic. I love that guy. He is the best. I know I've got Jesse from Killswitch Engage coming up sometime in January, but more reactions. It's a bit hard this time of year because no new music's really coming out, so it's kind of hard to find something. So if you got a reaction that I missed this year, and I know I did, and I apologize. Sometimes when I try and go back to the comments, I can't find the comments because I've reacted to it, so it doesn't show up on YouTube as, hey, you never replied to this. So if you had something that you wanted me to react to like 6 months ago, drop it now, because I'm looking for music to do, guys. I'm looking for music to do. But I can't believe this video is nearly gone for 10 minutes now, so I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys once again for joining me through all these years. 2025, we're going to the moon on this one. More concert footage I would like to get out. I know I do the shorts. I want to try and do more vlogs. I've got the Good Things vlog I'm still trying to put together. It's a bit hard because I did half on one day, half on the other day. I'm trying to mishmash them together because it rained so much in Sydney. I couldn't get as much footage as I wanted, so I'm going to blend it all together. But if you want to see like individual, if let's say, I don't know, I'm going to Hammerfall in January with Valhalla open. If you'd like me to do like 5-minute vlog, like a bit of me going to the show, showing a bit of the venue, showing a bit of the band, doing a bit of a recap and posting it up, you know, they can be 4 or 5 minutes long, little fun videos. If you think that would be cool, let me know and I'll do it, because sometimes I just need that kick in the butt to do it, because, you know, even though I talk a lot and I'm a bit loud and I'm on the internet, I still get anxiety. So sometimes whipping the camera out, you kind of see someone going, what's that guy doing over there? Makes me feel anxious sometimes. So, but it's good. It gives me confidence. The Wacken vlog will happen this time as long as it doesn't rain as much as it did in 2023. I tried to film footage, guys. I tried, but every time I got my phone out, started getting wet, got water on the lens, just didn't work. So hopefully for a dry Wacken. I've heard people prefer the wet Wackens over the dry Wackens, but I've had a wet Wacken. I need a dry Wacken now. So looking forward to that. And yeah, if you're a fan and you ever see me in public, please come up and say hi. I've had a couple of people do it this year. I'm starting to get recognized, guys. And it's been lovely to meet you guys. You guys are fun. Like, I've had a couple of people side glance me and be like, hey, is he the guy? I'm like, hey man, how's it going? They're like, oh, you're the Jaimunji on YouTube? I'm like, yeah, don't be afraid. I don't bite that hard. That was so cheesy. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, if I'm going, like I said, I'm going over to Germany. So if you're a fan and you're from Germany and if we can make it work, let's grab a beer. I'd love to grab a beer, and we can do the weird thing when we make continuous eye contact when we prost each other. That is one thing we do not do in Australia. We kind of cheers, but we don't look at each other in the eye. It's the eye contact that gets me, man. I don't know why you guys are doing it. Like, why is that the tradition over there? Isn't this weird that I'm just doing it now? Anyway, I will stop. Just wanted to give you a quick update that turned into a 12-minute update. So I will leave it there. If you stay to the end, I love you. And suggest away what you want below. But until then, hope everyone has a good New Year's. I am going to wake up January 1st, probably very hungover. Looking forward to it. But until then, I've been Jaimunji. And thank you, guys. I'll see you in the new year.